regulations. Now, those draft regulations are the ones that are being validated now by the final meeting that is in the Constitution that is called public participation, where now you invite the general public. You don't invite any specific stakeholders because you have done stakeholder engagement all around. Now you invite the general public because they are also stakeholders. You put it in the newspapers, you put it in the radio, you have done those regional consultations. So this is the final meeting to validate those regulations. And then, of course, from there, draft gazette notice that I will take to the cabinet for passing, and then for gazetting. The last meeting which we did here was to validate the cooperative sector policy, the general policy, the bigger policy, the overarching policy that has been there. This initiative has been there for many years. In fact, for 8 years, the policy that was supposed to align the law regulating the cooperative movement with the 2010 Constitution. You remember when the Constitution was passed, there were enabling legislations were supposed to be passed. For the cooperative sector, none was ever passed. Saccos borrow everywhere. And remember, we are even creating now an SME fund that already we are working on regulations where we will bring in private sector money into a fund where even Saccos will borrow from. So borrowing is not an issue. The issue is where you want to lend into a Sacco and then you become a super member. You override all the other rules because you have brought in money. That's not how Saccos. You borrow, and the Sacco as an institution borrowing, and then there are repayment rules, and then members borrow from that money and do whatever they want to do. So a lot of borrowing does not make the lender a member of the Sacco.